the distinction of holding the new course record here at Huntingdale, an incredible 10 under par round of 63 on Thursday, the 1993 Australian Masters champion. From Melbourne, Brad Hughes.
Didn't drop any shots on day one when he shot that 63. Dropped 3 shots yesterday in a round of 72.
I saw Bradley last night at the Crown after dinner. He and his wife Laura, who's actually from pretty close to where I'm from back in the States. She's from Connecticut, and they got a new child, and they had a night out without the kids. So
they loved it.
They were out late, yeah. Nice guy, too.
Nice guy and a nice tee shot.
Perfect tee shot. You know, I'm very surprised coming here and having played here half a dozen times to see the absence of wind this week at all. Just a wedge.
Bradley Hughes, second shot at the first. Lucas Parsons, by the way, made his birdie at the fourth, where he almost held his second shot. 7 iron from Bradley Hughes. Wanted to turn it. Brad Hughes down the slope, and I've seen days when that ball would have run on and on and on, but as you were saying, Brad, the greens
looked like it came out of the what we call a blimp back home, the light ship.
A dirigible was the
dirigible, that's right. Those seem to fall out of the sky, dirigibles, right?
Yeah, that's right. They call it, what's it, the airship or the light ship?
Somebody's not in any trouble. Brad Hughes for his birdie at the second, up by the green.
Another one left.
Left as well. That's the putt or the putty.
Brad put money on himself at 50 to 1 when he won the title. And thought he was playing well enough coming in here to put more money on himself
I
again.
think he put a bet on himself again, he said.
He didn't get 50 to 1 this time.
No.
He only got 20 to 1.
I think if he is going to go on to win, it'll be in a very different way, because he came steaming from behind after 3 rounds in the 70s. He had a 66 on the final day, posted the score, and Peter Senior caught him but didn't beat him in extra time.
He has, of course, been runner-up as well in this event. Par for Raymond Russell, says...
Didn't break to the right.
Hughes for par at the second. So Hughes remains at 11 under par.
A little bit more receptive.
Back on the tee at the third, Bradley Hughes. I think he was using there
it's got to be a 7 iron to get up top. It would be very hard 8. He looked like he's pulled that just a touch.
So he's on the right level, just off the green. Hasn't got to negotiate the reasonably steep slope on the green. Alan
A lot of guys missed a putt shorter and to the left.
Brad Hughes from back left at 3. You can see a very quick putt down the slope there. Big left to right break. Just missed it, but it's early doors yet.
Good 2 putt.
Well, let's have another look. Brad Hughes at the fourth.
Pretty quick putt down the slope there, and Brad Hughes a little tentative.
The drift of our dual championship leaders, Stuart Appleby and Matt Goggin.
Brad Hughes cleaning up for par at 4. This is the part of the game that's let him down. He's had a go at the long putter, and he's back to the short one. And I suppose if there is a question mark about Brad Hughes, it's with the putter. A very good start.
After 4 holes today, the boy from Kahuna, as we join another Victorian, Bradley Hughes, with his second shot at the par 4 fifth.
See if he can get it back to the hole. Everyone's come up short here. Pretty good effort.
Now Brad Hughes for his birdie. Needs to get something going today.
This would be a tasty one with a couple of par fives coming up.
But Jack, terrific to see this leaderboard. Goggin and Appleby up the top. Two young blokes desperate for their first wins in their home country.
Yeah, well, Matt, who's just 23, he's only been a pro for a couple of years. He has won on the Challenge Tour in Europe.
17th, his other finishes, good finishes here.
Third shot for Brad Hughes at the par 5 6th. Oh, and he's played a beauty. Nice spin on the second and third hops, leaving himself right underneath.
Up and down from there for a birdie for the American.
Now, can Brad Hughes kickstart his round here? This for birdie, this to go to 12 under. Gets it.
Yeah.
I think he's enjoying himself again at Huntingdale this week. Former winner, a former runner-up, and 12 under par at this stage on the third day. Pretty good effort, as you would expect, from Bradley Hughes. And
Tiger, what a sensation he caused last year. Now Brad Hughes.
Just taking an iron from the tee here at the par 5 7th. Very narrow if you take the driver. He can still get on in 2 from there.
Shots off the lead at the present moment, but you know, a real threat again this year, just as he was in 1986 when he won the gold jacket.
Yeah, but that's like dropping a shot, getting a par at 10 today. Brad Hughes on the 7th.
That's just Hughes with the sand iron, looking pretty good from down here, right at it.
Well, he's played a couple of good pitches, Jeff, at both 6 and 7.
Yeah, great shots, Jack. Too beautiful. Picking up birdie chances.
Brad Hughes ups that fine pitch. Birdie. So Brad Hughes travels on to 13 under. Just 2 off the lead and joins Appleby in second place.
Goggin leads them by 2. Appleby and Hughes at 13 under. Mark Brooks at 12. Gibson at 11.
End of the afternoon.
8th tee, Brad Hughes. Just a short par 4 this, 314 metres. So there's no need to take the driver. He wants to be back in the area where he...
We saw a lot of players missing yesterday.
Now Brad Hughes, after his iron off the tee, lofted club, wants it close. How do you like that?
Geez, played 3 great pitch shots in a row, 6, 7 and a game.
Oh, Brad Hughes. What a golden opportunity that was.
Just a par at 8 for Bradley Hughes, and he remains 2 under, but he's 13 under. Chasing his second gold jacket. And there is a history of multiple winners of this event.
Norman 6, Parry 3, Senior 2.
And all 3. Bradley Hughes is putting for his par at the 9th. He's currently 13 under, sharing joint second place, and he's been in a little bit of trouble, but can he get the ball in? He can. Crooks is another one in and stays 13 under.
Outward half of 35 for Brad Hughes, 2 under, 37 out here.
There. Had the direction. Probably could have used another club.
Brad Hughes has gone right off the tee at 10th, and this is a hole where he'd step on the tee and think, I'm going to make a birdie here and start to move up towards the leader, but he's got to come over these trees now. Jeff?
Drew, a very wayward drive for Brad, as you've already said. Cut it badly off this 10th hole, which is really normally an easy birdie for. So he really has got to decide whether he's going to go up over that tree in front of him or cut it through. I feel the safe shot is to hit it low and with a low cut and try and skim it up the fairway. But he's gone over, and it's perfect. Short of those traps further up.
Well, he could still manage a birdie, perhaps. He's 13 under and 3 behind, although Goggins got a putt under. Oh, that's a huge... Oh, a birdie at the 10th after coming over the trees with his second. He just...
After, what, 36 and 9, 45 holes.
In the group ahead, Bradley Hughes at 11. Evening it up the right-hand side. That's absolutely position A. The pin today, though, on the right-hand side of this green, so perhaps
try and keep things into perspective.
Well, Brad Hughes has moved into outright second ahead of Appleby. 3 behind Goggin. 8 iron.
difficult putt he's left himself.
And if you've been watching the play of young Matt Goggin,
he's been flawless, hasn't he?
Oh.
He's in very good control. You know, nice conservative play off the tee there on 11, so he's actually thinking his way around the course as well as hitting good shots.
And he's been through it at amateur level, but not at pro level. And when he stood on the first tee today, he was entitled to be a bit shy. Back to Huntingdale and Brad Hughes for a birdie at the 12th to take him to 15 under and rejoin Appleby in a tie for second. He's got it. So the pressure is coming on young Matt Goggin after he missed that short putt for a birdie. Brad Hughes, former winner in Paradise here in Melbourne.
You're making the most of it, aren't you, Drew?
I am. Throwing. Brad Hughes, second shot to the 13th. Nearly hit the light chip. Oh, in birdie range. Thanks, you.
No.
Hughes to cap off that great approach with a birdie at the 13th. And he's within 2 shots. Not long ago, Goggin led by 4.
On the first hole. And he looks like he might be a little under the weather still.
Bradley Hughes, now he's got a lot of length up his sleeve. He's 14th, 554 metres, wind assisting. And, well, we'll wait and see. I think you'll probably be okay there. That branch is a lot higher off the ground, and putting goes in runs like this. You can't hold one for a number of holes, then he gets 3 in a row.
Now Brad Hughes, just 2 behind the leader, looking to put this close at the 14th. And that for a birdie.
Brad Hughes playing with Raymond Russell, who's hung on well after a horrid start. He's worked his way back, but he's under par for the day.
Now Brad Hughes to get to within 1 of the lead. And for a man of his length, he hasn't really murdered the par 5s here this week. Well, he murdered them in his record round, but in the other 2, he would be disappointed with the par 5s.
Well, I think it's, of course, once you've done a score like 63 in a tournament, you know, you're inevitably sort of on the defensive and trying to sort of stay there. But you're right, he's got the length to get it home at most of the par 4s, perhaps with the exception. So a pair of 5s for Hughes and Russell.
At the shot 15th, Bradley Hughes. Hughes just 2 shots off the lead. And the chance for a birdie here. We saw Allenby in trouble at this hole, taking 4. At the 15th, after a very good tee shot, Bradley Hughes makes a birdie 2 and moves to 17 under par and cuts Matthew Goggins' lead from 3 to 2. Tied with Appleby.
Bunker up the right-hand side will only be seen many feet below that ball as it travels through the air, and that's good shape, difficult pin position to get to the front left.
So I think if anybody gets to 21 under this year, they mightn't be able to afford 2 bogeys on the last 2 holes.
Very good point, because there's still another day and a bit to go, and already at 19 under, and he was 21 under on the final day, not 3/4 of the way through it.
Bradley Hughes for his birdie. at the 16th. Quite, but it's a good putt nevertheless, which will ensure him of his par. And Bradley Hughes, I think, looks very dangerous indeed. Matthew Goggin has had a marvellous day today, and all his supporters will be hoping he has as good a day tomorrow, but one suspects that overnight he may just think of the position he's in, and all the birdies may not come so fast and furious for him on the final day. Brad Hughes just 6 and 68. So what a week for the Tasmanian.
Well, Brad into 17 with a 4-iron from 211. Flag today cut way in the back left corner. He's left it right and it's staying right.
Jeff Flanagan there about Bradley Hughes' second shot to 17, but it's on the green. He's putting.
Not too dusty.
Not too bad at all.
I think we can safely say at this stage that Peter Lonard will have to relinquish the gold jacket, because the defending champion today shot 73. He's 6
under par.
Now Brad Hughes to clean up for par. Remember, he's 2 back of the runaway leader, Matthew Goggin. 4 shots clear of 6 under for the round. Brilliant stuff from Brad Hughes, but not good enough.
On the 18th, Bradley Hughes. 17 under.
Well, he loves this 18th, doesn't he? What a shot he played in here the other day when he set the course record.
Yes, it was only a metre away in 2 for his closing.
And a terrific amphitheatre around this green for the spectators to keep up with all the action.
Brad Hughes played a ripper here the year he won. He played a ripper here a couple of days ago when he broke the course record. What about today?
Well, hitting a 6-iron for his second shot, and well, this time the ball's just going to skip through. It might just stay on the putting surface, just and no more. 2 putts for 4 more likely than a putt for 3.
Well, have you ever wondered how those shots were done with the ball flying straight at you? Glass isn't supposed to break.
But Bradley Hughes at the last. This is for a 3. Oh my goodness, what a finish for Bradley Hughes. 18 under par, joins the lead, and Jack, you've got to admire that putt. It was by no means an easy putt coming down the hill, and in it went. And Bradley Hughes, a winner and a runner-up in this event, finishes with a birdie 3, finishes with a 66, and is 18 under par.
Well, that's a good effort
going into tomorrow.
Big break from left to right at the cup. Bogey finish from Matt Goggin. That's disappointing, and he knows it. Really played a lot better than that. Just let things get away from him the last 2 holes.
Yes, a bogey finish to Bradley Hughes' par birdie finish. So 3 shots picked up by Hughes over the last 2 holes.
And no bogeys for a 68. And here he is with Fordo.
Well, Brad, if ever you needed some inspiration early in the round, young Matthew Goggin probably got you going today.
Oh, yeah, well, he kept us on our toes. I think the first scoreboard was 6 green, maybe. I think he was about 3 or 4 under for the day there, so I thought, we better get something going here, and I birdied 6 and 7, and from then it was real good.
Out in 35, back in 31, that's tremendous scoring, and it puts you in a terrific frame of mind finishing with birdie at 18.
For some reason, I always play the back 9 good. I sort of scrap it round the front 9, and today I didn't make the mistake like I made yesterday on 6 and 7 of going for them. I just played safe and had pitch shots into both and birdied them both. So it just shows you how crazy golf is. You attack and you get nothing, and you play it safe and get the birdie. So I did that today and it worked. And the back 9, I just feel confident on the back 9, and it happened again today.
Well, when you look at the situation yesterday, beginning the second round after a course record score the day before, is that tough?
Yeah, it's hard to back it up. I mean, I've never been in that situation too many times, but most guys, when they do have a good score, it's hard to come out there the next day and fire up again. I think in my mind, I think I played a little bit conservative. I didn't want to hurt my score. I had a good one. I didn't want to hurt it too bad, and I didn't go out there and attack again. So you've got to learn from that, and hopefully next time I'll go out there and attack. But today I turned it around. I had a little lesson yesterday afternoon and got it sorted out, and it went not too bad today.
Brad, Peter O'Malley was quite outspoken yesterday when he came in about the delays in the group in front where Lee Westwood was there, made his feelings quite known to the Englishman, but you were a little bit more conservative in your comment yesterday?
Well, I don't know who was slow or who wasn't, but see, I wasn't too sure whether the group ahead of them was playing fast, and apparently that's what happened. They were still on their right time, but it made it a little bit unsettling for us, but that's part of golf. You've got to put up with all that type of thing, and you know, you learn from that, and I learned from the mistakes I made yesterday with a little bit of impatience. Today
well, you've been a winner. You've covered second place and you've tied for fourth here in the past. So the experience tomorrow on this track, you must feel pretty confident going in as the overnight leader at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than being second. You always want to be out in the lead. And, you know, I know the course really well. I've been playing here since 1988, so I've had a lot of matches around here and been up in the finish a few times on the Sundays, so that could help in the end, hopefully.
Okay, well done today. It's a great way to go into the final round, and we wish you all the best.
Thanks, Dave.
And here is the leaderboard after 3 rounds, and Hughes snatching a birdie at the last, Goggin bogeying the last 2, and all of a sudden Brad Hughes takes a 1-stroke lead in. Phenomenal scoring here in the first 50.